Hi, my name is Kubasova. I'm 30 years old. I was born in Latvia to a Latvian mother and a Russian father, but I consider myself a citizen of the world. I have visited 67 countries, and if not the lockdown, I'm sure I would have reached 70 already. At the moment, I live in the beautiful island of gods, Bali, and I'm sure this is the best place in the world to be in these crazy and turbulent times. I live in this beautiful villa with my friends that are the most amazing, creative and motivated people I know, and we have the best times together. I'm co-founder of skincare brand Fast Beauty Co. My business partner is my best friend and my sister Simona. We manufacture vegan and natural skincare. We do under-eye patches, lip masks, décolleté masks, and our new line, Hemp Goddess, is made with the highest quality hemp oil. We love our products and we are very proud of them. We have been featured in Marie Claire, Shape, CNBC, People magazine, and many others. I'm a healthy lifestyle advocate and I lead health challenges for women to get fit while cooking and eating healthy yet super tasty. In only a couple of months, already almost 5,000 girls have participated in my challenges. I lead a pretty active lifestyle. I love doing sports, going to the gym, doing yoga, running on the beach, also playing tennis or golf, and here in Bali I even started surfing. Both of my parents were chefs and my grandma a baker, so basically I grew up in the kitchen. I love cooking, especially healthy food and baking healthy desserts. I also love designing clothes and jewelry. I think my secret talent is silversmithing. I do not have a studio here in Bali, but I still continue working on my designs. I also love reading a lot, motivational, spiritual or self-help books. I used to work as a model. Here are a couple of my covers. And also I have participated in many beauty pageants and even won a couple of them. 4, I think. The last pageant I competed in and won was Miss Multiverse. That was actually also filmed in a TV reality kind of way, almost 24/7, and that was so much fun. I loved it. The most memorable part of the pageant was, of course, stage and winning, but also the challenge Last Woman Standing. We had to work out on a beach in the heat in Dominican Republic for hours and hours until all girls gave up until the last woman was standing. And guess who was the last woman standing? This goddess warrior here. That was probably the most challenging, the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. We were working out on the beach for more than 4 hours. I have participated in 2 other reality shows, both were in Latvia. One of them was already more than 10 years ago, when I was still a baby almost. I was 18 or 19. I participated in a TV show called Latvian Princess. And funny enough, I was kicked out in the first episode. 4 or 5 years ago, I participated in a TV show, Dancing with Stars, also in Latvia. That was so much fun and I think I got almost to the finals. That was such a great experience. I had so much fun learning new dances, competing and of course being on TV. Well, relationships. I have been in 3 long-term relationships and all of them kind of resulted in either a proposal, engagement or even a wedding once. So I was only 20 or 21 years old when my boyfriend kind of popped the big question for the first time. It's actually a funny story because I sat down with my boyfriend and told him that we need to talk and I think our relationship is not going anywhere and maybe we need to break up. He had a different idea. He said, let's move away, let's move to another country, let's change our lives and let's get married. My second boyfriend proposed to me really beautifully. We were both flying fighter jets, you know, the ones that do the death loops and stuff like that. So we're flying and suddenly I hear Bruno Mars song, Will You Marry Me, in my headphones. And then I hear both planes' radios connecting and my boyfriend's voice in the radio saying, Diana, could you please look to the right? So the plane turns by 90 degrees and I look out of the window and I see this huge banner on the ground, maybe 30 or 50 meters long, that says Diana, will you marry me? We landed, my boyfriend landed first, he got out of his plane, came to me, got on one knee, champagne, flowers, everything was really, really beautiful. Unfortunately, when we started talking about the big things, about important stuff, we realized that we don't want to spend the life together, that our values don't match, and we broke up maybe 6 months after the engagement. The third proposal was a little bit less romantic. Only after a month of knowing each other and a week of dating, my boyfriend then told me, "You will be my wife." Only a couple of months later, we started planning a wedding and we got married after only 8 months of knowing each other. I was so much in love and I was so fascinated by this strong and powerful man that knows what he wants and takes what he wants. After the pink glasses started to fade and I stopped doing everything that he wanted and stopped following him blindly, I found out the flip side of dating a man with such a strong and powerful character. That's emotional violence and terrorism. I fell in a very, very bad depression. I couldn't even get out of my bed. And only now, more than a year after breaking up with him, I can finally say that I'm fully recovered and I can start thinking about falling in love again. Single life, dating life. Well, I have been on a couple of Fraya and Bumble dates. I have met some really amazing guys that have become my friends, but nothing serious romantically. The funniest first date story probably would be how I met my ex-husband. I thought that I'm meeting a completely different guy that I thought I wouldn't like at all, but my friends really wanted me to meet him. So I didn't dress up, I didn't do my makeup, I didn't do my hair. I was wearing very casual clothes and fluorescent sneakers. I know, a huge fashion mistake. When I left the house, I saw this tall and handsome man picking me up. I just wanted to press rewind, go back home, change and start over. Of course, it wasn't possible and we ended up going to the best restaurant in town where everyone wears heels and dresses and makeup and hair. And I was there looking like a peasant girl. I was so embarrassed. Anyways, we had a great time. He fell in love and didn't even notice what I was wearing. My perfect date would be something active, maybe even a little bit extreme, something in the nature and maybe with animals. For example, swimming with sharks or maybe even horseback riding. After that, we would enjoy an amazing sunset dinner with champagne, freshly grilled lobster, while enjoying nice conversation and a beautiful view. My dream travel location would be Machu Picchu in Peru. I have been dreaming about going there for a very long time. I have heard it's very beautiful and has so much history and so much energy. And of course, part of that is going there with the famous Belmont train. If not the lockdown, probably I would have already roamed around Asia quite a lot, went to Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, and probably would be already heading back to Europe, would be sipping cocktails in Greece, planning my trip to Italy or Spain, and then in autumn I would go to Miami and New York and probably Tulum. That has been on the top of my list for a long time as well. Travel stories. I have traveled around the world solo quite a bit, and probably the craziest travel story would be when I went to China with no plan and no place to stay. Only upon arriving in Beijing, I got a confirmation that I got a place to crash via couchsurfing.com. A couple of days later, I met this amazing Korean girl and she told me, "Oh, you don't have a place to live, just like move in with me, let's share a room." I was like, okay, let's do that. So I moved in this tiny room that was as big as the bed with her and her dog. and we were sharing the apartment with maybe 4 other locals. It was a really interesting experience, but we had so much fun. I am very close with my family and I miss them dearly. My sister and my mom are my best friends. I call them every day and we talk about everything. I try to call my dad and my grandparents at least once a week and have a meaningful conversation with them. My US hometown date probably would be meeting my mom, my sister and her husband, and we would do what I love doing the most in Miami. We would get in a boat and spend the day sunbathing, swimming, maybe going on jet skis. Then maybe I would cook something on the boat and we would have dinner overlooking the beautiful skyline of Brickell. If we could visit Latvia, then we would definitely do something in the nature. We would go on a nature walk or hike or experience. After that, I would love to cook something from Latvian cuisine, and then probably would do something more extreme, like flying those fighter jets or doing indoor skydiving. In short, that's it about me. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video.